We're gonna check out this Boston Surfer's space-efficient garage gym. We're gonna check out his barbell collection, his rack with an integrated weight stack, and probably the coolest thing, his surfboard collection. Let's check out the tour.
Massonomics.
We're here for a garage gym tour with Massonomics supporting member, Jose.
Correct.
Jose, you're gonna show us through the garage today?
Yeah, correct. Yeah,
Okay.
This is my garage gym.
Okay.
Welcome.
Jose's been around the Massonomics community for a long time, supporting member. Claims to fame, you sent us some of the most disgusting sparkling waters we've ever tasted.
That is correct.
You are good with probabilities. You know the likelihood of the two of us wearing the same shirt for one home gym tour.
Or shorts.
Yeah. And several other things. I don't want to cut you short, but those are a couple of highlights. The garage gym. What's the name of the garage gym?
The garage gym is named Revolutionary Gains. That is because we are here in Concord, Massachusetts, and famously in Concord is where the Revolutionary War started. So I figured it was Revolutionary Gains.
Yeah, Revolutionary Gains. We'll see your sign. Did you got that made recently? Then
I made it via AI, infamously.
Okay. So how long have you had the garage gym?
So this gym, we built it sort of like for right before COVID. It was not a COVID gym. It was before COVID. So I was able to get a lot of the parts at a normal price.
Right.
But ever since then, I've had it and I've loved it ever single time. And it's grown through different iterations. There's a couple pieces that I'll mention that are actually there's only two pieces from the original garage gym that are still here, and maybe we can see if we can make them out.
Okay. So had you been training prior to the home gym experience then too, or did you get into it as a home gym?
So that's a good question. I've been quote unquote going to the gym like all my life.
Right.
But you can go for 20, 30 years and not make any gains and just kind of go through like a routine or whatever. And it was not only really when I got the garage gym going that I discovered like, oh, you actually can gain weight, you can gain strength, and you can actually get better numbers. And that's how I got started.
Cool. Let's look at some stuff.
Okay.
First, you got your plates over here. The rolling plate tree, Rogue bumpers.
That's correct.
Is this the Rogue plate tree too?
So this is a Rogue plate tree, and I made a couple of additions. This idea I got from Brandon to put from my barbell storage.
I stole that idea from him also.
That's right.
Yeah.
But also I got the side horns too to add more sort of like change weights. A couple of years ago I started lifting in kilos, by the way. So these are all kilo plates.
Oh.
So didn't quite tell you guys, but I have a garage gym and I go to the gym.
Oh, okay. So you do both.
So yeah. So I train with a coach and we train the Olympic lifts. And I don't know if you can tell, but this is not very high, so I can't do overhead movements here.
Right.
Plus, I feel that doing snatches and cleaning jerks, you really want to do those on the supervision.
Yeah,
so,
right.
But the big tree and any kind of accessory and all that other kind of stuff I do here. So.
Okay. So you enjoy the Olympic lifting then?
I do. I just think, this is going to sound corny, but I think they're cool and beautiful. So
yeah.
They're very hard to learn.
Much more technical.
So you can actually sort of like coach a deadlift or a squat as people are doing it. With a snatch, it's like, okay, first pull, I don't know what I'm doing. Let's hope it lands.
Yeah.
So anyway.
To point out this specifically, what he's got here, because I do this exact same thing at Massonomics Gym, he's got the one barbell vertical mount in there. And then this is the landmine.
Yeah, the Rogue landmine.
Landmine attachment that you just set right in there. I do that exact same thing on the same plate tree and everything.
Oh, wow. So it's another thing that we have in common.
What's the probability of that? You do have, these are York bumpers. On
so those are, I bought them because I couldn't, it's hard to find 5 kilo bumper plates. And I eventually found them on the York site.
Also, what happens, maybe on the, actually, these are both really good. What happens with these really light bumpers is they get twisted and wavy.
Yeah, I don't,
these are good.
as you'll see, I have the crash pads. So any kind of like drops, I drop them to the crash pads. But sometimes you forget, and then, like I do, and then the bar will actually hit you on the.
Yes. Well, and then I love what you've got going on here. You've got the plate tree with your iron plates, and you've got York milled plates.
That is correct.
Where'd they come from?
I love those. Again, this was when I first started with the garage gym. When I was in college, we were lifting in York plates, so there was always a little bit of nostalgia. So I wanted to get a set, and then this set came up, And it was sort of a complete set. The 25s are different. They're not quite matching, but I don't really care. And what also happened is that it came with a lot of 2.5s.
Yeah.
So actually, to be honest, if you want a couple of 2.5s, you can have them.
What you got to look for, just there probably aren't any here because 2.5s are very rare. But if any of the 2.5s are milled on the back, you don't want to give us those.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever looked before.
I'll look for those. Yeah. But some of them actually say York and some of them don't.
Okay.
So
I think the ones that say York are newer than these ones.
Right. So
from my limited experience.
Anyway, so that's the iron plate side, and then this is the bumper plate side.
So when you're using these, do you roll this over here? Do you pull it from right there?
No, I actually roll this around. That's why the wheels are important. So
okay, all right. The barbell storage rack. First of all, I like this is an actual trap bar.
Yes,
this is a trap bar. A lot of people have a hex bar, a hex-shaped trap bar. This is what's actually considered a trap bar, this diamond shape.
So this actually appeared out of nowhere one day in the gym, by the way. This is one of those bars that just appears.
This absolutely is a bar that just appeared in the gym. Not the normal one, but it was the trap bar version
I do use it, so it just appeared, and I was like, all right, fine, we're going to get some use out of it.
So. Yep. Well, that's a classic one. The other thing that just appeared.
That's right. The curly bar.
There it is. This is the easy curl bar that just appears in the gym to a T. A little bit of rust on it. Got the hex bolt ends to it. This is the one.
That I still
stereotypical.
I still use it. But it is.
This was here when you started the gym.
So that's one of the pieces when I first bought some used thing. The guy just threw it. Yeah. It's like, you can have this.
Yeah. He's like, I have 4 of them. You can just have this.
They reproduce. They lay eggs. They reproduce.
Yeah. Okay. What's your red Searcoat bar here?
So this is just an Ohio, power bar.
An Ohio bar.
This just came up one day, and I thought it was cool because it looked like Darth Maul's weapon. So this is actually my daily driver, the one that I use the most. They're all Rogue bars, by the way.
Okay.
So then this is sort of like another Ohio bar, but this was with a little bit of a more aggressive knurling and center knurl here.
Yep.
Then I believe this is a 15 kilo bar, like a women's bar, and this was a kids bar. My kids were actually training here when they were littler, and so they were using this bar, and I kept it. So anyway, this is my collection of bars.
Well, and what's the?
So this is this is the safety squat bar from Titan.
Okay, Titan, yeah. So you bought this new, probably?
So I bought this new. It was on sale. Again, it was one of those. I think it was Brandon's recommendation. They said, and he might have even posted the sale in like a short or something, and I just did it. So
speaking of Brandon, you've got the banner right here. Did you buy this from the Massonomics website?
That's correct. Yes, I did.
Yeah, we actually sold the Basement Brandon banner for a while. So we did a gym tour with him just yesterday. It's maybe either come out before this or after this. At some point in time, check out our Basement Brandon.
Yeah, he lives down the road in Rhode Island. Where there's good surfing in Rhode Island, by the way.
Well, and we're going to get to surfing. This is not just a weightlifting gym. There's other things going on here also. Your dumbbell rack. What kind of dumbbell? What brand?
So they're all mismatches of dumbbells. They're roughly 1 through whatever it is, 55 or something, 55. I was, do I want to get, I went through the whole mental sort of gymnastics of do I want to get whatever, some sort of like a rep-in situation, or do I want to get real dumbbells? And then I started buying them little by little, and before I knew it, I had a set. So, and I had the space for it, and then got the, this is from Rep, the dumbbell rack.
Yep.
And so, I don't know, it works pretty well for me. So, I like that they're not, it doesn't go too heavy, but it is heavy enough for me. So
for most things you'd use dumbbells.
Right. And again, my wife comes and lives here. Some neighbors come and live here, and they use it a lot. So I feel like that's a good buy.
This is a Massonomics certified training facility. You can also get certified, massonomics.com/certified. This is literally why we're here today, because Jose is a certified training facility. We use that map if we're going to go to a part of the country and do tours, which we do a few times of the year. We use the map. We look at it and we say, hey, we've met Jose. We know Jose. He's a supporting member. Here's his spot on the certified training facility map. Here's the pictures of his gym. We're in the area. We're getting Jose. So that's how, if you're watching and you're like, oh, when are the Massonomics guys going to come up to my house? Well, first step, if you're not a certified training facility, we're probably not coming. Yeah. So this is literally how we find them, though. So like, if you weren't one, we wouldn't get to go do this today.
Yeah, that's great. I love being a supportive member.
Yeah.
I love being part of this community, to be honest. So thank you very much for everything you do.
Yeah. So the surfing what logo is this? Like,
to be honest, this is not any specific logo. I just found the banner and some random website, and I loved it. And I wanted to get a surfing banner on the gym too. So that's where I got it. So.
I think that's a good opportunity. We'll flip a little bit. We'll come back to this, but I want to show off what's on the other half of your gym now, or your garage. Or,
yes, correct.
And you did say you park 2 vehicles in
Yeah,
here.
we do park the vehicles here, so there's enough room for even right on top of the stall mats.
Yeah.
The cart totally goes.
So even with the gym, basically, all you got to do is wheel out a couple of benches, wheel them back in, and
That
you
is
can
correct.
park in that spot. Okay. So what the heck kind of gym equipment is this?
So this is my quiver. Technically, that's the technical term.
This is your quiver of...
My quiver of surfboards.
Right.
So at least you know the lingo.
So what the heck's going on here?
So I learned to surf. I'm from Panama originally. I learned to surf when I was younger in Panama, and then yada yada yada. I moved to Boston, the Boston area. Learned there was surfing here. It's actually technically a winter sport. Fall, winter, spring. There's no surf there in the summertime really. And these are my boards that I use. So this is the longest board. It's considered a long board. A little bit of a shorter long board, but this you could say this is my daily driver. And this is my mid-length. You can tell that there's actually sand in here. I used it recently.
Yeah.
And then I've gotten probably too heavy for a short board, but I have hope that someday I can go back to using my short board.
So I have no idea, like, just in my head, I'm like, oh, you do a longboard if you're just out there like cruising, and if you want to do more
maneuvers or whatever,
is that correct?
Yeah, you would use but the shorter the board, the less it floats, the harder you have to paddle.
Okay.
So the longer the board, of course, the more volume there is in liters, the easier it is to paddle into waves. But it's a trade-off. It's harder to get through the waves, like at the beginning, because the surf is trying to push you back.
Yeah.
By the way, the sport of surfing is misnamed. It should be called a lot of paddling with a little bit of surfing.
So you're mostly paddling.
Mostly paddling.
So does being strong, being in shape, and does that help? Like,
it helps, but it's also it's when you're paddling, it's a lot of like lats. So running doesn't really help. You need to really swim or train those muscles, but it's also a lot of sprints. So
so it's like short, hard, really hard bursts.
Yeah. So because you sort of like, for example, you want to cheat when you want to get out through the waves. You want to time it. Because the waves come in sets. If you know that the set just finished, you want to gun it outside because you don't want to. Otherwise, you're fighting against the current, literally.
Yeah.
So.
And I obviously don't know what I'm talking about, but this is wax on here.
This is wax.
Surfboard wax.
So this surfboard wax, you can use is for your stick technically.
So this is the knurling of the surfboard world?
That is the knurling of the surfboard industry. So it's the knurling and the chalk together.
Okay, yeah. So is it it's the knurling. So is this passive or aggressive, or is there differences?
This is actually pretty passive because for the winter. You want something very something that's not very hard because it'll become very slick and it actually. But when I go to Panama, there's a different kind of a tropical wax and it's harder. So
there it is like the barbell world.
There's different kinds of.
Okay, and then this is your other more surf. I mean, because it's cold out here when you go.
Right. So this is this is just a bunch of this is from COVID, so because we were hanging out outside. But these are the wetsuits. This is my winter wetsuit actually. So
okay.
So you can see how thick it is.
So is it still cold though if you're out there? I get that this keeps you warmer, but like, is it? Do you feel? Is it cold? When
It is cold, but it's mostly cold when you're changing in and out.
Okay.
So, but when you're in the water, you're actually pretty warm. So
okay.
It's not any colder than skiing, for example.
Yeah. All right. Like this is kind of like MTV Cribs. You are a bit of a sparkling water guy also. So did you want to show us the?
So Boston is sort of two things. Boston is known for Dunkin' Donuts and for polar waters.
Yeah.
So we have a plethora of polar waters. You can take a pick if you want. A little bit later on, maybe we'll taste a few.
Yeah, we're gonna do a little sampling off camera. All right, then we'll go back to the lifting side of the gym. Well, let's look at your storage rack. Did you build this?
I built this sort of with my son Lucas, and he signed it for whatever reason. But no, he's behind the kit actually.
Okay.
Yeah, we built it. I wanted something to store the weights. These are also like weights that I bought over time.
Just bumpers that
Yeah. So those are actually pound plates. So,
okay.
Some of my friends that come lift here, they lift in pounds, so they use those. And then this was supposed to be the dumbbell rack, but I guess I didn't know exactly how to make a dumbbell rack, and ended up making a table. So and then now it's just storage.
Works well for your medicine balls.
And then a bunch of hooks and all kinds of hooks for to store different things.
Barbell rescue brush.
That's correct.
Good choice there. This box is small. What do
So
you use this
it's not
for?
really, it's not for jumps or whatever. Over the years, I've had injuries, and I couldn't squat to depth. So we were using it to train my depth going down.
Okay.
So it's really just made for like squatting, but now it's the table because now actually my squat is back to where it should be. So.
Okay. Well. We know what we've got here, Tommy. Are these a recent addition?
That's a recent addition through the link. So that might have been like 60 cents. Massonomics again.
We can check our Amazon affiliate link and buy your $12 daisy chains, and we probably get like 50 cents out of that.
So they work pretty well. And I literally do the tricep extensions.
The Tommy,
exactly.
The Tommy extensions.
Exactly.
The daisy chain Tommy extensions. Okay, yeah. I mean, we've been joking about it, but a lot of people are getting these, and a lot of people say that was one of the better.
No, I mean, and for $12, $13, whatever it was pretty good.
So we do have a number of affiliate links. Amazon's one of them. Talk about Bells of Steel, Rogue, you name it. If we're looking at it in here, you can probably click on our affiliate link, and we get something out of that. It helps us keep going around doing gym tours everywhere. So whether it's $12 daisy chains or a $3,000 rack, consider using the affiliate link. Oh, you got chains, not daisy chains, but chains. What do you use?
I use those again for squatting or benching, depending. One of those things that the resistance. The more they go up, the more weight you use.
You've got a loading pin. You could use. Sorry. Throwing stuff around.
That's okay.
He's got a loading pin here. You could use it for a number of things, but perfect thing to use it for would be your horse stall mat gripper.
That is correct. So we've been playing around with that, me and my neighbors. I'm not very good.
Have you put in a submission?
Not yet.
You have to submit so we can put you on the leaderboard.
I will, but it is very low. So I have little programmer hands.
I feel that. It's not easy. The horse stall. If you think this is easy, get yourself one. We're actually sold out, but by the time this comes out, we probably have them again. So get yourself a horse stall mat gripper, and if you think you got a good grip, this will humble you.
That is correct.
It is a humbling experience. What you were telling me about these? I want to hear about that.
So there's two of them, but this is the training. I was saying how surfing is a lot of paddling, but a little bit of surfing. This you can hang that. In fact,
let's show us what do you actually got here.
So, there's a little hook here. I guess I'll put the other one. Why not?
Yeah. So are these marketed as a surfing?
That is correct.
Tool.
Mavericks. I guess they're getting a little bit of a shout out.
Yeah. We need a Mavericks affiliate link.
And I actually used it with the with that other bench.
Okay.
Over here, but I'll just do it standing up. And then again, it's you're paddling. You're doing this for a long time, so it only provides a little bit of resistance. But after 5-10 minutes,
but I guess when you're paddling, there's not a ton of resistance either. So is it? So do you do this then?
Yes, I do. In fact, I'm training for a trip to El Salvador in March, and I have to train because the waves can get big down there. So
imagine I'm surfing. Does it look like I'm surfing? A lot of imagining required. If anyone's wondering, I would not be good at surfing. I can just tell. It's one of those things I know that I'm not good at. It's surfing. That's cool. You know what? You also would maybe be a good training tool is we've reviewed them, the skiers or something like that.
Matter. Yeah, so
because you couldn't do like a single.
That's correct.
Yeah.
So there's a bunch of surfers in the North Shore of Hawaii, and that's what they use for training. I haven't figured out the geometry, how to get that in here exactly, but what I do have, I don't know if we want to, if we'll go in. This is I don't know if this is a garage or a basement because my house is up. So
right.
I think this is a hybrid.
Yeah,
but
we did Hogan's gym. What did Hogan decide? Was that a garage or a basement? I don't know.
Something about parking a car in it.
Yeah. Okay, you park cars in it. Also, when something has garage doors, I struggle to call it a basement.
Yeah, so but right through those doors is the basement, and there's the cardio area there, and I actually have one of those fan bikes.
Okay.
And that's what I use for the sprint training for sure.
Okay, gotcha. You got crash pads behind you. And
so and
what's this box and what's this?
It's just full of this. This actually used to be for weight storage, but I don't use that for weight storage anymore. We built it. There was just every single band and every single possible thing that you could buy,
all your gym
inside
accessories.
of here. So most of the stuff that I actually do use is hanging here.
Right.
This is.
Jose's been around for a while because he has the limited edition crew member. We send out gifts to supporting members. Actually, there's one on the way here soon. We gotta quit this tour soon so we can go home and mail that out to everyone. Actually, but. Yeah, he's been around for Kurt Locker.
That's right. So I met him at Home Gym Con. So he's a very nice guy.
Yeah. But you were at Home Gym Con in 2025. That's where we met for the first time.
That's correct.
In Louisville. Would you consider going back again?
I'm probably going to go back. So I'm torn between that and the Lift Harley Visi. There's a couple other surf trips. Sorry, not surf trips. Real trips. Family trips happening in the summertime. I got to see how we can make it work.
I don't want to spoil it for you, discourage, but the surfing in South Dakota is not great. Especially, actually all year round, the surfing in South Dakota is not great. So, but we still want you there.
Yes. So
is that the Scout reverse hyper?
Yeah, that is correct. This used to be a table. Yeah. Now it's just actually I do use it, by the way.
Still a heck of a table.
But it is but I do use it. My coach actually knows every single thing that I have in here, and he programs it. So
okay. You've got deadlift jack in the back there, the Rogue single deadlift jack.
That's great. That's pretty useful. The dips, I actually do use those on the rack. Recent addition was this lat pull down. I really love this. It's worth every penny.
Yeah,
to be honest.
We're on the rack now then, and what is this a rep rack then?
It is a rep rack.
Okay.
I don't know if you noticed, but they come usually with like this big rep thing here.
Yeah. I
took it to a shop down the street and I removed it.
Okay.
Because I was hitting my head when I was, So they didn't really. So I think a little bit of a.
So you got the weight stack attachment. So was this part of when you bought the weight stack? Because you had just the rack originally.
So I had just the rack. It was actually just a 4-post rack.
Okay.
And I wanted to get the weight stack, so eventually I got this piece separate and I put it in, and it was great. And then eventually I got it was one of those things that it's just expensive enough that you're like thinking about it forever, like a year. And then one day my wife's like, you have the same page open in the browser, you haven't closed it, so just do it. So anyway, so we did it.
So it's got the 200-pound stack on it. You added onto your existing rack. I suppose you had to move your rack out from the wall a little bit further.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. So it works pretty well. Like actually, this rack is just not moving now. It's not bolted down, but it for all intents and purposes, it might as well be.
Yeah.
So I love it. I do use it all the time. I like the fact that I can just come in here, just put the pin down, and just do start pulling. And actually, it's pretty quick and pretty easy. So.
Well, and you got the daisy chains now, so your options are almost limitless.
Right. Oh yeah, that's right. Exactly. So.
The original classic Massonomics drink spotter that you've got there.
Right.
And you can never have too many drink spotters, so now here you have the black.
Oh, wow.
Drink spotter chill.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Should I open up a cold one right now?
We'll use that for polars in a little bit, actually.
Oh, thank you so much. I don't know how to thank you so much. Thank you. I'm speechless.
It's a big moment when everyone gets their drink spotter
wow,
chill.
Thank you so much.
You have the rep fixed bench.
Yeah, that's right. That was my first bench. I like that it came with sort of the wider pad, so for supposedly saving better on your shoulders. I really like benching on that bench. So I use it all the time. I don't know what to say. It's pretty nice, pretty easy to move around, and served me well over the years. I can't complain. It's a good product.
And then you have this Titan adjustable bench. Is this fairly new?
This is fairly new. To be honest, I got it so I could do the paddle exercises that I mentioned before.
Oh yeah.
But then,
well, because then it is like you're on. It's
that's right.
Comparable.
Yeah, because then you're sort of on the same plane. And you
right.
This thing here. But it's one of those things that do I get the Titan? Do I get the rep? Technically, the rep was out of order, out of stock. And eventually, had good reviews, and I've been pretty happy with it. Very happy with it, in fact. So
I do gotta say I've never messed with it that much. I'm sure we've looked at them at home gym con a little bit, and
it is a solid bench.
Yeah, it is actually really good.
And
a lot of people have. We see the rep ones a lot, and I'm very familiar with the rep ones at this time. Right. I don't know. Maybe I might not have been giving this enough credit. So is this cheaper than the rep bench?
It is like $100 cheaper, actually. In fact, yeah. So. And it comes in different colors now.
I like the red.
The red accent.
Yeah, I think this is a worth considering option, especially if you're looking to. You want new. You want to save a little bit more money.
Right.
The pad is nice. It's a good width. There's not a big gap here. This isn't a chintzy bench. This isn't a cheap bench. I don't know that you're missing out on much functionality in any way.
I like that the height is 27 inches exactly. By the way.
Yeah. Okay.
So now that I have yet to do my first powerlifting meet, I will.
So the Lift Hard, Live Easy Classic would be the first one. That would be the perfect first.
Thinking about it again, we got to make it work with all the trips, but something will happen soon.
Family vacation in South Dakota is really nice in July for anyone wondering.
Well, my wife has been there, as you know.
Right. So it would be like a return trip.
That's right.
Okay. The flooring. Horsestall mats, obviously.
That's correct.
But actually, I just want to point out the Horsestall mat footprint. We measure. You're probably familiar with this. Americans will use anything but the metric system for measurements.
That's correct.
We use Horsestall mats. So we're 12 feet wide because we got 4 Horsestall mats, 2 feet deep, so we got 12 by 12.
Right, yeah. So it's actually technically, just in Horsestall mats, this is like 3 by 2.
Right.
Yeah, don't come in here with no commie metric system.
What I want to point out about that, just like Tommy's home gym, which we've toured before, if you haven't checked it out, you probably have, but you still park 2 cars in here in your 2-car garage. You have a pretty well-equipped full home gym. It doesn't take up very much space. So it's this is not unattainable for someone that's like, I don't want to lose my garage. I still need to park in here. It can be done.
It can be done. And even, again, the thing is that I had a little bit of width on this side of the garage to get a full rack.
Yep.
But even if you didn't have that, you can get one of those ones that fold against the wall.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different options.
Yeah.
So I come from work. We usually eat dinner early, but I can usually get in a quick lift right before dinner, and it's pretty easy to come down here, get a couple reps, lat pull down, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And then go upstairs to dinner.
What if you were to make any changes, any upgrades? What would be the next? What's your next thing on your short list? What are you looking for or eyeballing that you would want to add?
So that's a good question. I don't know. Probably the ski erg is if I could make it work, I really would like to get a ski erg going.
Yeah.
In this corner here, it's not quite a lifting thing, but it is something that I would probably use.
That counts.
You guys had one where it's just mounted on top.
Yeah, Dr. Taddy Waffles had that one. That's by Torque.
So I was looking into that.
Yeah. I am too.
So and then. Also, I don't have, for leg extension, leg curls, there's I met that company. And,
Dialed Motion.
Yeah, exactly. They said they didn't quite have it for this bench, but they were thinking about it. Yeah. So I pleaded with them to make it work with the Titan bench.
So you'd consider buying that Dialed Motion when it's available if you could make it.
That is correct. Yeah.
This seems like a bench that they would be that they would want to make it work on. If they're making it work on Rep, Rogue, Titan.
Right. That is correct. So those are the 2 pieces that I would probably think about.
Okay. I think those are great additions. If you're watching, you let us know. What do you think Jose should add? Ski erg. Leg extension, leg curl, something else, let us know in the comments. Jose, thanks for the tour. It's a lot of fun. I think people are going to enjoy this one. Please consider becoming a supporting member like Jose. become a certified training facility. If you've got a home gym, it's almost a requirement at this point. Check out our map and look at all the other ones. There might be some in your back door and you don't even know it yet. Buy some Massonomics merch if you get a chance. Listen to the podcast. Check out all of our gym tours. The most on YouTube. It's official now. See you for the next one.